Wait, Miles is here. He can help with the RP training. If you want to help Lindsay with Josie's RP training real quick while we wait on Alan to get back.
Well, congratulations, Alan. You already invested. I just realized that.
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, let's
Y'all
go ahead.
understand now.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go up and get in position, y'all.
Of course.
All right.
Everyone good?
Yeah, you could come with me to the PDG, to the garage.
That's rude.
We're doing pre-qualifications.
Yep. Come on in.
Yeah, Emily, we're doing the prequels. We're gonna do them. Is to do them in. Ms. Banks, you can go ahead and come back here. And then right here where Miss Emily will get you taken care of on the prequel questions.
Come on into my office. Are you
Don't
always
forget, Emily, don't forget to always check, make sure they got a CF certificate.
Okay.
If they don't, then after the prequel, they can go down and get it and then come back and then do the secondary.
Got it. Okay. We'll double check still. Come have seat.
Hey, Victoria, do you have a device where you check the passport and
I
make sure
do. Do you have a second device?
So yeah, we'll have you check them here, and then also their CS certificate. If they don't got it, we'll just send them to go get it.
That was a good. That'd be a good question for Emily to ask as well, just in case
Yeah.
I forget.
Yeah, I told her to.
Was it Miss Banks? I'll have a look. See.
Yeah, Miss Banks. NRP Allen said that Miss Nova.
Can you tell me why Dr. Forrester just messaged me at the time of Halloween?
Hey, if you're here for the interview, go ahead and step up over here to this desk right here.
Take a seat, sir.
Hey, Devontae, do you have what is it called, a CS card?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, can you, I'm gonna stand up. Can you drop it on my head, please? So I can see it.
Do you have a CS card, sir?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's all. May I see it, sir?
I sent you the first. I sent you the long one at first. My bad. Just a second.
Yep, I got it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
request your passport as well.
Thank you.
What was that,
That's
Russ?
right. I'll put you on button. May I also see your passport as well?
All right, 1 second.
We got one in there with Emily right now doing the prequel.
Amazing. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. I'm going to go upstairs as well. Oh, damn.
She might be AFK. Oh, there she goes.
I am trying to figure it out. I'm sorry.
Oh, good. I'm going to be up there in the office. Y'all just let me know. You can bring them up.
Hey, 3-4, go ahead and just security and transport.
That's a bit right here. I'm stay right here though, or what? Where we gonna be at?
Yeah, they're gonna come here first.
Thank you, sir.
Get the background check and the CS certificate.
May I have a look at your workbook?
What's that?
May I have a look at your workbook, sir?
Oh, of course.
Come on, son.
Yeah, and Emily. Yeah,
I'm not sure if that was it.
Emily's doing the prequel over there.
Can you tell me why you were fired from the army?
I wanted to come here and do the PD stuff.
So you retired from the army, yeah?
Yes, I did.
Okay. You're good, sir. If you go right over there, those seats over there.
Oh, over here?
Yeah. Somebody.
Yes, I do.
Hey, Donnie, you here for the interview?
Yes, sir, I am.
Go ahead and come over here. Right here, Miss Victoria. She'll get you set up to get ready.
Hey, she doesn't.
Yeah, just go ahead and have a seat right here in front of Victoria.
You hear me? Hey, she doesn't have the CCW license.
Hello, sir. May I have a look at you? Oh, sorry. Do you have a
I
C?
did it though.
All right, Sonora, are you here for the hiring event?
Do you have Michael? What's that name of that certificate again?
CS certificate, I believe.
I'm sorry. I was just completing it, and that's so long. But I got two more courses I got to finish.
All right, Rose. Well, when you're done with what you're doing, I'll be outside for you since I'm gonna get arrested otherwise.
Okay. Ace.
Yes.
Sorry. He's got 2 more courses to do on the certificate.
Okay, if you want to go ahead and go down and get that done real quick, you'll have time. There's one person in the first interview right now, and then there's another waiting. So, time to do it.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Ace.
Yep.
I keep it. What's the name of the freaking certificate again? My mind went blank.
It's the CS certificate.
CS certificate. I might just went.
Go ahead, Rose.
I can't go up.
I did not realize I blocked your entrance. My bad.
No, as in like I can't go up.
Yeah, because you're technically a civilian right now.
No, Frankie, I need you upstairs as well.
Okay, let's go.
Do you need me, Rose?
Like once you join PD, if you were hired, for you to screen record the entire time that you're online, and that's ways that we, protect ourselves, and that's our body cam.
Did you find them?
What do you use as a screen recorder?
Oh, yeah,
do you
I'm
use your
reading
phone, or
them.
would you like me to suggest some apps?
RB13 is violated.
I usually use my phone for everything, but
All right, you can use that. That's still a body cam. Just notice you may run out of memory at a certain point. So a lot of people use stuff like Twitch or Prism Live, Loom, Recorded. It's just apps like that we use. But as long as you have a screen recording, app or whatever, you're cool.
Yeah.
Are you,
He's just
are you
Sir, you're not under arrest. I'm just.
are you
Yeah,
familiar with
I
RP13?
I'm sorry.
he's taking you for an first interview.
I said, are you familiar with RP13?
I believe so. Isn't that the faction laws, like as in when you're in that faction, you must
Miss Banks. Rasta, we got one coming up.
Tell me what it is in your own words and give me a couple examples.
Hey, where y'all need all these officers at, Ace and Ross?
So from what I got, it just
Alright,
says
come over
that
here.
Security on first floor.
releasing a person.
Alright, if
so, like,
anybody not doing RP
if like
training,
you have
come
someone
on and
in
hit the
jail and then,
security
like, I
on
guess you
floor
go
one.
in there and try and release
Yeah,
them,
we
you
should
can't
have
do
one
that.
doing RP
Uh,
training with
That's what I'm getting from it. However, it looks like
Yeah, I
because
seen
it
them
seems like it
down.
just applies to police.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
Alright,
100%
so I'll lock down floor one until the hiring event over with. Y'all do what y'all gotta do.
So it's
We got one.
NRP, which is non-role play actions like committed by police officers. So it's basically, as police officers, we're.
So where do we bring them to?
Hey, Mr. YouTube, hey, y'all stand over.
Come back when you're ready, okay?
I will. Like I said, you're my family.
Rose, you are literally my daughter, and you are welcome back in the future. Okay.
Let me go hug Rasta.
I thought I was being arrested.
Rasta, let me hug you.
Yeah. Let me get up. Rose, it was a pleasure seeing you grow up, and like I said, we hope to see you back in the future sometime. Okay.
I'll be back home. I just need time.
All right. Thank you for your service, ma'am.
I love you all.
Stay safe out there.
I love you,
We'll see you
Frankie.
soon, Rose. I love you too. We'll see you soon.
See you soon. Vic, come here. You. Come here.
Miss Banks, you can just make yourself comfortable. Just give us about a moment or so.
Okay. Should I wait outside or sit?
All right, let's move away from the door.
One sec.
All right, Miss Banks. Well, welcome to the police department. I see that you are a cadet. Can you tell me a little bit about your experience and how you're liking it so far? What you've been up to?
Well, I've never joined PD before, but I like it so far. It's kind of fun, but yeah.
All right, ma'am. And I know as a cadet, you got to do a little bit of those tasks. What tasks have you completed, and anything specific that you took away from them?
Bring up and put on the table. No worries.
All the tasks so far. I It wasn't anything really. I just explored the building and I went on a patrol. That's all.
Okay, fantastic. So let me ask you, Miss Banks, how long have you been a citizen of Mesa for?
I think it's a couple months. I think.
Okay. And since you've been in the city of Mesa, what have you been up to? Have you checked out any of the other factions, anything like that?
Yes, I have. I was gonna join army, but I couldn't because it wasn't hiring time. But I was at HP 2 times. I just retired this morning.
Nice. I see that quite a bit of experience there. And why did you leave the medical faction?
Well,
All
I
right.
wanted to discuss it to someone here. I wanted to stop crime
Do we have
also, so
anyone
I
on
came to
macros?
PD.
Okay. Well, that sounds exciting. So I'm going to ask you, are you familiar with what the chain of command refers to?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Okay, no worries. So the chain of command refers to the hierarchy of our ranks, similar to the medical faction where you start out and you were a trainee, and then you had a nurse that was a higher rank than you were at the time.
Yeah.
And then after the nurse you have whatever comes after that, so on and so forth until you get to the medical director. So that essentially is the chain of command in the medical faction. We also have a chain of command. That would be a cadet like yourself. Once you successfully pass this interview, you'll then be promoted over to an unbadged officer, where you'll still be a civilian, but you'll be learning a little bit more in depth about what we do here in the policies, procedures that we do. Once you complete your training, you will then be promoted over to a badged officer, where you will have a badge. You will have the ability to do and perform police duties. You show that you've been doing that very well, that you fully understand our police procedures and everything that we do here. You'll then be promoted over to a vested officer. You may have seen some of the officers with the vest downstairs.
Yes, I have.
Nice. Those are considered our field training officers. They are the ones responsible for training, our unbadged and our cadets. And again, once you show exemplary leadership, that you really understand all the processes that we have here, you'll then be considered over for a suited officer. That essentially chain of command. There's, 4 easy ways to distinguish us. You'll see an unbadged officer, you'll see a badged officer, a vested officer, and a suited. So that essentially is the chain of command over here. Are you able to follow that chain of command?
Yes, I am.
All right, so if a vested officer comes and requests your assistance with something, you are obligated to help them out. Of course, you're never going to be asked to do something that we wouldn't do ourselves. And the same way, if you have any questions, you are asked to direct that to the next up in the chain of command. So, if you have any questions, the first place you would go wouldn't be, to any of our suited officers. Now, we are all here to help you out. We want to see you succeed, but you want to direct those questions over to a vested officer. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Perfect. And if they're unable to answer the question, then you can take it up to one of the MGs, and we are all here again to help.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and get you to read me a few of the rules. I'm not sure, you probably already did it downstairs, but I'm going to go ahead and get you to tell me what Rule 5.13 is, also known as RP13 in your rulebook.
RP13 is violating RP conduct with an affection.
Yeah, you got it. Essentially, that rule is non-faction roleplay behavior. So today you are here to roleplay as a police officer. It means that you will conduct yourself the way a police officer would IRL. Officers don't go and shoot people for no reason, tase people for no reason, or arrest people for no reason. They also don't turn a blind eye to crime that's happening in front of them because, this is my friend or something along those lines. Any of that can be considered an RP13. It will lead to an immediate dismissal from this faction, as well as a 1 to 3 day account ban.
Okay.
All right, so just conduct yourself professionally the way a police officer would IRL. Can you tell me what RP14 is, please?
Sorry for the background noise, but RP14 is sexual harassment.
Yeah, that is correct, and I apologize for my background noise as well. It's going to go away real soon. RP14 is that's correct. It is sexual harassment. It's actually harassment of any kind, including discrimination. So ideally, you just want to treat people the way that you want to be treated. And those are the two golden rules here at this police department. Conduct yourself professionally the way a police officer would IRL, and treat everyone the way you want to be treated. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, fantastic. The next portion of this here is going to be a little bit about the training. So first things first, do you have a Discord?
Yes, I do. But I have a question to ask. Is it okay if I have my game name slash another game name, because I do play other games in RP?
That is absolutely fine, as long as it's, there's a slash and your name is there. That's totally acceptable.
Yes, my name is there. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Now, let me ask you, do you have another NRP? Do you have another account that you play in Mesa with?
No, I play other servers, but I have one Mesa account.
Okay, no worries. What's your experience in the other servers? What do you do over there?
I was in the military in the other server. I was a hard hat. Then I retired because of some issues. I went to HP and I was in a purple dress, and I had to retire because of some other issues.
Jacob to Rasta, what's your 20?
Okay, that's fantastic. Sir, we're in the middle of a hiring event, and I'm in the middle of an interview.
Copy, I got two waiting for you. I'm just trying to figure where you're at when you're ready.
Yeah, copy that. You can just have them wait there, and I will let you know as soon as I'm done here. Thank you, sir. So sorry about that, Miss Banks. So that's actually fantastic that you have that experience. Essentially, the next question that I have for you is, do you have access to a screen recorder, or what we refer to as a body cam?
Yes, I do have access to one.
Okay, fantastic. So over here at the police department, the body cam is required to be rolling at all times from the moment that you sign in to the moment that you sign out. Is that something you're going to be able to do for us?
Yes.
All right. So if for whatever reason that body cam is requested and you're unable to provide it, that can lead to a reprimand. It takes 3 reprimands for an officer to be dismissed. Now, as an unbadged officer, as you are going through the training process, all it takes is 1 reprimand for you to be dismissed. So it's very important that if you have any questions, you always just let us know. We're all here to help you out. As well as it's very important to make sure that that body cam is rolling at all times.
Okay, I have a question. Should I start recording now or not right now?
So you can start when you get to the macro room, that's fine. It is for your own protection. You may witness something. We may need your body cam to help us out with that. You may be, accused of a crime, which is going to be ultimately for your protection. So with that being said, I'm going to go over what our training protocol looks like over here. Are you familiar with what a macro is?
Yes, I do.
All right, ma'am. So the first portion of your training will be the macros training, where we'll set you up with one of our trainers. They'll go ahead, get you to put all the macros in. They'll then verify that you've completed them. The next portion of your training will be the RP training, where we take you down to our police garage. We teach you a little bit about your police vehicle, how to use it, the instruments in there. You'll also get an example of an arrest process, something that's a little bit more aggressive in nature, something that's also a little bit more passive, where we show some leniency. The last portion of your training, we will issue you a taser, and we will teach you how to use that taser. Any questions about that training process?
No.
Okay. Fantastic. There's a few rules that I'll go over with you as an unbadged officer. So again, once you successfully pass this interview, you will be an unbadged officer. These rules may sound a little bit harsh, but very important. The first one, you're not permitted to leave this police department for any reason whatsoever.
Okay.
Okay. The second rule is that first floor is not permitted. So you can't be on the first floor for any reason whatsoever.
Okay.
The third rule is that you're not permitted to spawn any personal vehicles or police vehicles.
Okay.
The last rule is also a question. What are you required to have rolling from the moment that you sign in to the moment that you sign out?
body cam.
Fantastic. If that body cam is requested and you're unable to provide, what happens?
When a reprimand.
All right, fantastic, ma'am. Thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and just read something out to you real quick. So as an unbadged officer, you are not permitted to talk, tase, or arrest any civilians.
Okay.
Floor 1 is prohibited. Your body cam must be rolling at all times. When you are completed your training, you will have an opportunity to leave the police department. When you leave the police department, it's only going to be accompanied by a vested officer or a suited officer.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Will do I have like a specific time? Do I have to come on or?
No specific time. However, we do ask that right now, if you are hired, that you do have the next, hour to 2 hours to start and complete your training.
No, I'm free. I'm always free at the moment, but I'm just asking. Thank you.
All right, ma'am. Congratulations. There's no way for me to shake your hand or pat you on the back. And just excuse me because I am using a second device right now. I don't actually have all my macros in there. So my apologies. But that's a way that we congratulate you for being a part of this department, for all the hard work that you've put in to accomplishing in your interview today. So thank you very much. Do you have any questions for me at the moment?
No, not at the moment, but thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Any questions that you do have along the way, our officers are all here to help you out, okay?
Okay.
All right, Sky, if you can take her over to the macro room. Follow Sky.
Okay.
You can send up the next one, please. Thank you.
Agent Sky, is this the new person?
We got it. Devontae's the first one to go.
Miss Banks, come with me, ma'am.
Rasta, what room are we bringing them to?
Go ahead and bring him over to the offices. It's on the second floor, to the right.
Miss Banks, can you come with me to floor 0?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
Miles.
Yes, sir.
Why are you taking her to floor 0?
Do her RP training? Is that how we're now doing?
So what happens when somebody gets hired, sir? What's the first portion of the training that they go through?
Oh, macro training, but that's what Ace told me. But okay, I'm sorry.
Go ahead and take her over to the macro room, please. Which
Yeah,
is the
sorry.
meeting room, the squad room right there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ace. Sorry about Austin.
All right, Devontae, this is Rasta. He's one of our hired.
Come on, Miss Banks. Sorry about that.
Good luck,
Miss
buddy.
Steph.
Appreciate you, Jacob. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Who's doing macro training?
Miles.
Okay, the first person has been hired. They're on their way over to the macro room, which is the meeting room on the second floor. If you're a macro trainer, please make your way up there.
I'm not a macro trainer. I was gonna get assigned to one. Someone will be right with you to help you with your macro training. Okay, Miss Banks.
Rasta, I'm on that. I'm going to do macro training.
Copy that. Thank you. Just starting with another interview. My radio will be off for the time being.
Copy.
Yes, sir. Copy.
All right, sir. Tell me, what brings you here to Mesa PD today?
In all honesty, I was in it beforehand. Kind of didn't really go through all the way with it just because I had schooling and stuff going on in real life. Couldn't really make time for it. And now I have a bunch of free time on my hands, so I'm kind of back in the game. In a sense. Yeah, when I left PD, or I didn't leave, I got fired from it because I was inactive. So yeah, I was busy with a bunch of stuff, and so after that, I think I went into medic. Did medic for a while. That was actually pretty fun. I ended up leaving medic because I was like, hey, I kind of want to try the army, see what the army has to offer. Did that for a bit. Honestly, didn't really care too much for it. It was okay. It was a little bit it's kind of a mix of like medic and like PD. Gives you a bit of freedom, but like also has that strictness in it. An even balance, but not really my forte. And I was like, I always liked PD because you guys are more strict than anyone. Just because you guys are like advertised the most, to be honest. But yeah, I'm just back here because I was supposed to kind of fulfill that from beginning to end.
Yeah, I see that. And I see that you were, an officer quite some time ago. There's one time that you've been in the PD. And if you switch to enjoy other factions, that makes sense. So Devontae, let me tell you, you're absolutely right. We have a very, very strict police department over here. It's what leads to our success. As you're a cadet, definitely there's, you're doing what you're doing, you're exploring, we get that. However, when you are brought officially into this faction, it gets much more strict. There are a lot of rules, policies, things that we adhere by, as well as, all of these rules is what makes us the number one PD in one state, which we are ranked the number one PD. So that being said, we have our body cams running all the time. We're submitting our arrest body cams, and again, things that you'll learn as we proceed. So with that being said, sir, can you tell me, are you aware of what the chain of command refers to?
What a chain of command refers to?
Yeah, yes, please, to the, however you want to phrase it.
Are you asking in relation to evidence or just chain of command staff ranking wise?
Staff ranking wise.
Yes, do you want me to explain it to you, or I'm sorry?
Just briefly, if you can.
So, chain of command, also known as chain of custody, which is related with both evidential and judicial aspects of the police department and both militaristic aspects. Chain of command, you are able to go up and down. You can move between it freely, in a sense. However, when it comes to things of the nature such as evidential, disciplinary, or just simply no, like if you're trying to leave, if you want to make leave, or if you want to, in a sense, how do I put this in a more RP way of doing it?
I think the gist of it there. I'll just kind of give you a short version of it. So the chain of command over here refers to the hierarchy of our ranks. It means that, when a higher up requests, assistance for something that you are, obligated to do it, you're never going to be asked to do something that we wouldn't do ourselves. We also ask that if you do have any questions that come up along the way, because there will be a number of questions that come up, that you follow the chain of command and you take it to the next higher of rank to ask those questions.
Understood.
All right. So over here, we're all here to help you out. When you start out, you start as an unbadged officer. And again, I think that you've had some experience with that. It was a while ago, so I'll just touch base on it. When you start, you're an unbadged officer. You're still a civilian who's training to become a police officer. As you successfully complete your training and you do ride-alongs with some of our officers, get a good feel of the job here, you'll then be promoted over to a badged officer, of which you'll be having a badge on your chest. The next way to visualize our ranks is as you continue to make arrests, you show that you really understand the process here, you'll then be promoted over to a vested officer. A vested officer is also our field training officers. They do a lot of the training, help a lot of our recruits understanding what we're doing. And again, if you're able to train successfully, quite a few officers, they help come up along the way, you're showing excellent leadership, you'll then be selected over to become a suited officer. That's the easiest way to distinguish our chain of command here. You have an unbadged officer who doesn't have a badge on their chest. You have a badged officer who now has a badge on their chest. You have a vested officer, and then a suited officer. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right, fantastic. So do you have a Discord?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, do you have a Discord?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. And do you have access to a screen recorder?
I use my phone if that's okay.
Yeah, no problem. So your screen recorder here is referred to as your body cam. Your body cam is required to be rolling from the moment that you sign in to the moment that you sign out. Is that something you're going to be able to do?
Yes, I do have a question though with that. With every body cam, are you also required to submit it in at the end of your shift every day?
You are not required to submit the whole body cam. You will be required to submit body cam of any arrests that you make throughout the day. So to kind of further that, your body cam is required to be rolling from the moment that you sign in to the moment that you sign out. If for any reason you're unable to provide that body cam upon request, that will lead to an immediate reprimand. All it takes is 3 reprimands for an officer to be dismissed.